I was driving home on a stormy night when I saw a figure on the side of the road. Against my better judgment, I pulled over. And that's when my nightmare began. Welcome to Friday 13, where every story is real. And this one's mine. I'm Mark, and this happened to me in 2020. I've got the dashcam footage to prove it. Stay with me, because what I picked up that night, it's still out there, waiting for someone else to stop. It was a Friday night in November 2020. I was 29, driving back from a late shift at the warehouse in Portland, Oregon. The rain was relentless, sheets of it blurring the road ahead. My headlights barely cut through the dark. I was tired, cranky, and just wanted to get home. Then I saw it. A figure standing on the shoulder, thumb out, soaked to the bone. I slowed down, squinting. It was a woman, maybe in her 20s, wearing a thin jacket, no umbrella. She looked desperate. I hesitated. My mom always said never pick up hitchhikers, but something tugged at me. Maybe it was the rain. Maybe it was her pleading eyes. I pulled over. She climbed in without a word, dripping water onto the seat. I tried to make small talk. Rough night, huh? But she just stared ahead, silent. Her clothes were old-fashioned, like something from the 70s, but I brushed it off. Maybe she was into vintage. The car was quiet, too quiet. The only sound was the rain hammering the roof. I glanced at her. Her skin was pale, almost translucent, and her hands, they were ice cold when she brushed against the dashboard. My stomach twisted. Something wasn't right. I kept driving, but the silence, it was suffocating. I tried again, with the silence, it was suffocating. I tried again. Where you headed? She turned to me, her eyes dark, unblinking. Nowhere, she whispered. My heart skipped. Nowhere? What did that mean? I forced a laugh. Well, I can drop you at the next town. She didn't respond. I gripped the wheel tighter, knuckles white. Then I heard it, a faint whisper, almost drowned by the rain. Mark, my name. My blood ran cold. I hadn't told her my name. How do you know my name? How do you know my name? I demanded. She smiled, slow, unnatural. I've always known you, she said. I slammed on the brakes, tires screeching. When I turned to confront her, she was gone. The seat was empty, the door still locked. My hands shook. Where did she go? I sat there, engine idling, heart pounding. The rain pounded harder, like it was trying to break through the roof. I told myself it was a trick of the light, that she'd slipped out somehow. But the doors were locked, the windows up. Oh, there was no way. I checked the back seat. Nothing. Just the faint smell of damp earth and something sour, like decay. I floored it, speeding toward home, but the feeling, it clung to me. Have you ever felt like you weren't alone, even when you knew you were? That's where I was, trapped in my own car, with something that shouldn't exist. I couldn't sleep that night. Every time I closed my eyes, I saw her face. Those hollow eyes, that smile. I had to know who or what she was. I started digging. First, I checked the dash cam footage. There she was, climbing in, sitting silently. Then, at the exact moment I heard my name, the footage glitched, static, for 3 seconds. When it cleared, the seat was empty. My stomach dropped. It was real. I kept searching, pulling up old articles about the highway. That's when I found it. A story from 1973. A woman named Mary Ellis, 24, killed in a hit and run on that same stretch of road. The photo, her face, pale and drawn, just like the woman I'd picked up. My throat tightened. Was it her? A ghost? But ghosts don't leave wet seats, do they? I have pee. I went back to the highway the next day, in daylight. I found the spot where I'd picked her up. There, half buried in the mud. There, half buried in the mud, was a locket. Old, tarnished, with the initials M.E. My hands shook as I opened it. Inside, a photo of a young couple, smiling. On the back, scrawled in faded ink, Mary and John, 1972. I felt sick. I took it to the local library, asked the historian about Mary Ellis. He nodded grimly. She was killed on her way to meet her fiancé, he said. They never found the driver. I swallowed hard. Did she ever come back? He looked at me, eyes narrowing. Some say she's still looking for him. I had to know. I went back to the highway. Same time, same place. The rain was lighter, but the air, it was heavy, like it was waiting. I pulled over, heart pounding, and there she was, standing on the shoulder, thumb out, just like before. I hesitated, but I had to understand. I opened the door. She climbed in, silent, dripping. I drove, hands trembling. Mary, I whispered. She turned, her eyes wide. You know my name, she said, her voice a rasp. I nodded. I know what happened to you. She smiled. Sad, broken. Take me to him, she whispered. I didn't know what she meant, but I kept driving. Then, she vanished again, leaving only the locket on the seat. My throat tightened. I'd never felt so cold. That was a year ago. I've moved since, but I still see her sometimes. In the rear view mirror, in the rain. I don't drive that highway anymore. This was real. November 2020, Portland. I've got the dash cam footage. The locket, if you think I'm lying. So, next time you see a hitchhiker on a rainy night, ask yourself, are they really there? That's my story. True as the fear I still feel. If you've ever seen something unexplainable on the road, drop it in the comments. I'll read every one. And if this got under your skin, hit that like button, subscribe, and share your own true horror story below. We'll feature the scariest ones in our next video, and yours might be next. This is Friday 13, signing off. But remember, the shadows are always watching.